out there on the internet. It is I, Voice Crack. Don't let the visual fool you. I am no music pony of the night, for I did used to perform in the past. One day, a man decided to shut me up, so much so, I could barely speak. No matter, I am here now to give you guys quite the show for this month of Macabre. Starting off with Twilight's Dollhouse. This 2013 classic fic written by Kaiden, who previously in the series was known for puppet tour fame, received overwhelming positive feedback. It currently has 997 likes and 60 dislikes, as well as about 29,000 views on fanfiction.com. It even earned the honorable mention role on WatchPony.com's top 10 MLP Creepypastas list. All achievements aside, from my perspective, I found the fic to be rather average and underwhelming. Why, you may ask? Well, before we get down to full criticism, let's talk more about Twilight's Dollhouse. The story begins with Twilight starting her role as an alicorn. However, after facing the abrupt, tragic deaths of her brother Shining Arbor and her sister-in-law Princess Cadence, she is left to question her own mortality as well as her friends. Knowing she will outlive every pony closest to her, she devises a plan to ensure those friendships last forever. And so, that is where Twilight's Dollhouse was born. One by one, each of the ponies fall victim to this, I guess you would say, toyetic trap. Nonetheless, each pony thought that what Twilight was doing was rather barbaric and insane. To Twilight, on the other hand, it was just a way to get that special friend forever. And if any other pony objected or even rebelled against Twilight, well, just like any old broken doll, they would be turned to millions of broken plastic pieces. So overall, this fic had a really good concept, but the execution fell just below the bar. And here are a few reasons why that is the case. For starters, the fic is so freaking long. 18 chapters and 93,000 words. Though I gotta give credit where credit is due, the writer does do a good job of keeping the story engaging enough to the point where I want to know what happens next after each chapter. Though there are some parts that I did find unnecessary. For starters, there's this part in the story where a Royal Guard OC has a romantic affiliation with Princess Luna. Talk about fucking generic, am I right? I mean, seriously, who does that? Don't look at me, I have nothing to do with that crap.
Meanwhile, as for me, I have no shame whatsoever. Luna is my ultimate waifu, love her so much, she is mine and mine only, and praise thy moon. Anyways, let's get back to the show.
And last and certainly not least, it was so hard to keep track of who was dead or alive in this fic. Thank God the writer was smart enough to put a population count towards the end of each chapter. Otherwise, we would have had another truth be told situation on our hands. The only difference, of course, is that with Truth Be Told, the main concept of having the characters' fates be ambiguous makes sense. As for Twilight's Dollhouse, it doesn't, unless otherwise explained, which it does not. Anyways, if I had to rate this fic, I would give it a 2.5 out of 5. It was pretty average. So with that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, check out the rest of the reactions and reviews. Click on the bell, all is well. Follow Fritz on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at FritzRelease72. In this episode, we got to visit Twilight's Dollhouse, but in the next episodes, we get to visit a tale about another music pony who suffered a fate just as grim as mine. Let's just say she was deafened by silence. Fare thee well, every pony.
Pointless to analyze.